then, guys, welcome back. Good afternoon. My name's Louis, also known as Lurg. Welcome back to non-league to Premier League. Thank you very much for the support on the channel. Welcome today. I hope this finds you very well. We have had a very interesting pre-season, shall we say. Real Madrid have absolutely torn apart our defence by buying two of our better players. Continuously in for Ryan Gravenberch as well. We managed to keep hold of him and not have him upset. Lots of players being tried to be poached. Maduke, another one, continuously under threat from European squads, but we have got it. So let's get into a little bit of a season preview then on the first day of the season for us today against Everton. So last season, obviously we had a very decent finish to the side and we qualified for Europe. This season we are being predictive again for 7th with an 8-1 odds. So we're going to be there or thereabouts. Honestly, I would say we are probably going to be involved in the Champions League qualification spots this season. I'd be very surprised if we aren't. Liverpool have invested very wisely. Man United have spent quite a bit of dough as well. However, that being said, so have we. Biggest change, some of you might have already noticed, right up here in the left-hand corner, there are now two badges. That's because we are England manager, and that has done absolutely nothing there. So that's where we are. If we look here, there's the England squad. Not going to take you through the entire squad yet because I haven't done anything with England as of yet, and there are a lot of players who I want to switch in, switch out. England squad at the moment, if we go on to the average age, it's aging drastically. Main players are all kind of 30 plus now, so you're looking at the likes of Sterling, Maguire, Stones, Pickford. They've all got to be gone. We are going to introduce a few players. We are going to be using some of the younger guys, and we're going to see how we get on. And obviously in the international tournaments, it's 2026, so we've got some stuff coming up in the summer, but it is only the international league. So in terms of us financially, we are decent. 50 million in the bank still, 73 million to spend if we want to spend it. We're not going to spend that. We have got some money going out now every year from transfers that we have made. So if we go into our transfers then, you can see here lots and lots and lots of things. So transfer history, the big one. 128 million brought into the club, 213 million out. Now, it has to be said that Vignato we paid for up front and Scholl we paid for up front. Vela we've done on a deal where we paid 20 million up front and then the rest we're paying over a few courses of years. So we'll be paying out something like 20 million a year for him for the next couple of years. So, who did we get rid of? Timo Werner. Said if I could get rid of him and get some money back for him, I'd be very impressed. Obviously, he didn't play well for us last season. He's played very, very well for Everton in pre-season. We brought him in for 33 million. We actually turned a profit on him and he's getting on now. So, I would say for a 30-year-old, that is a good bit of business. Not too shabby at all. Next one we lost, obviously, was Jordan Henderson. He'd already agreed terms with Roma and that was a bit of a loss for us, but he's only back up anyway. We then lost Daniel Tozer, our backup right back to Dallas. I wasn't going to give him a new contract. A few other youngsters. We then lost Fabio Semper to Mallorca. That is only a loan, so we're getting 140 grand a month off of them, plus half of his wages. The big two losses then, as you can see, Taringa, central defence, kicked up a stink as soon as Madrid put an offer in and we rejected it. We had to let him go. It was very, very good for us last season. And his partnership in the central defence was very, very pivotal in us starting to play as well as we did. That being said, our left back as well, De Jong, another man who was really pivotal in the way that our season finished. You know, we got some very, very good results. We had people bombing up and down the wings. Obviously, you got overlaps. We were playing very well, and I'm just a little bit concerned, or I was, should I say, a little bit concerned that Madrid had ripped the heart out of the team. Has to be said, pre-season, we have looked absolutely fantastic. And we've beaten some very, very good sides. Pre-season obviously is pre-season. Everybody's trying to get fitness, so I can't read too much into it. But you'll see in a minute the sides we've beaten and why it's got me excited. So we lost two very, very important players there. So then, their, shall we say, replacements. At left back, Billy Vayler, 19 years old, 3-star potential, 3-star current ability, 5-star potential. Very, very, very good left back. Can play on the right hand side as well if he's needed to. But with Diange going, the only person we had was not good enough really to be starting in the Premier League. So we've done some scouting. Obviously, we've been England manager now as well. We can see the younger English players through the under 21s, 20s, and 19s. And this guy just ticked all the boxes. We poached him from United of all the clubs. I mean, obviously, yeah, it's a massive transfer fee to pay for a 19-year-old left back. But this lad could go on to become an absolute club icon. And when you consider that, he's going to be playing next to Chad Darby, who is already a very, very solid young English defender. Again, only 19 himself. We've got a potential here to have a really good, solid English base at our defence. So into the next one then. The next one we had was transfer history. Peter Scholl. We looked at him a few times in last summer, and I think it was the summer actually before. I've been chasing him for a little while. Never been able to get hold of him. I believe it was Stuttgart who just wouldn't let go of him at all. This year, his contract's running down. They agreed to sell him. German, young German. He's got some caps for the under 21s. I should imagine he's going to be a German national player. Very, very solid central defender. I was actually looking to bring in another English defender because I want to bring our English ranks back up. But McGinn at Burnley, who I'll show you in a minute, was one of our top targets. We offered up to 70 million for him. We couldn't get him at all. He's only rated at 9 million, but he's very, very good. However, Scholl here, I'm very, very excited about. 3.5-star current ability, 4.5-star potential ability. Can play both at centre back and in the anchorman role in the holding midfield. So if we do drop into the 4-1-4-1, he'll probably play there. So we have got a couple of other centre backs who can come into the team. So very, very good. Again, strengthens us, doesn't weaken us. So we have made two transfers where obviously we were originally weakened, but I believe now that we've brought in higher potential players than what we had beforehand. So should be good going forwards. Emmanuel Vignato then, or Vignato, depending on how you want to say it. I say Vignato myself, but we'll see. From Real Sociedad, shall we say. He's travelled a lot during this save. He really has. So he's been a little bit of everywhere with loans and all sorts. He's played very, very well over the seasons that he's playing, and his last 3 seasons he's been sensational in terms of goals. Not so many assists, but very, very playing very, very, very well. So for us, we're hoping obviously he's going to do a job. Rony Lopez now is getting on. He's 30 years old, or 31 years old. So we needed somebody to really step up and take that role. So Vignato's going to be the man to do it for us. Sorry, give me a sec. I got a tickly throat. It's bloody horrible. So we're hoping that we can do bits. In terms of teams then that we beat pre-season, Sporting Kansas you would expect. Solihull Moors you would expect. We beat 2 and nearly 3 Champions League teams, which is what gives me a little bit of hope for this season. At the same time, we beat these teams with not what I would consider our full strength 11 because we had players out, Vinicius Junior being one of the major ones. So we beat Atletico Madrid 1-0 with Vignato being on the score sheet there. We was 2-0 down against Real Madrid. Pulled it right around with Ferreira, Maduka and Gravenberch on the score sheet. Very, very well played. Just sensational. In pre-season, we've honestly looked so good. Then we took the lead against Bayern. They scored just after half-time. Very, very even affair. Lots of missed chances on both sides. Honestly, either team could have won that draw. Probably the most reasonable result, I would say. The fairest result. So that's where we're at. Today then we've got Everton. We are at home. It's the start of the season. Mr. Werner has said he's looking forward to playing us because he doesn't like me. Obviously, I brought him in for a season and buggered him off, so I can understand there being a little bit of tension there. We've got a very, very good record against Everton, and I would love to start the season with a win. So, our 11 for today then, because Max Aarons is still not fit. Vinicius Junior is a bit of a risk as well, but I have to take that risk at the minute. So our starting 11 is going to be Svilar in goal, Vela on the left, Derby in centre, Scholl in the centre, with Cuesta on the right hand side. I don't know if you remember Cuesta. He's actually somebody who we bought last season, but didn't come in till this season because we paid nothing for him. We got him on a free transfer. Bargain. It's already worth 25 million for us, so happy days. We then got the usual midfield of Ryan Gravenberch, Sessegnon, Vinicius Junior, Vignato, Gibbs White, and Madueke up front. Let's get into the game, guys. Let's see if we can bang the season off with a win. Hopefully, it'll be a very entertaining game for us today. That's what we're looking for. Looking for plenty of highlights, plenty of goals, and let's absolutely smash these Evertonians. I am going to say assertively, no, calmly. Go out there and give the fans a performance. Team are not loving that at all, so I made sure the players know. Obviously, Morgan Gibbs White, he's a natural choice under the. You've chosen to leave Kevin De Bruyne out of the. I forgot to show you the free transfers, didn't I? Kevin De Bruyne now with us. There is one other as well, so we'll have to show you those after the game because apparently I'm an absolute idiot. You can actually see him just down there. Another man who we brought in on a free transfer just as a little bit of depth for us. Obviously, we are in Europe this season as well as all the cup competitions. So we brought in Kevin De Bruyne and Sadio Mane just on free transfers. Only got a year-long contract. So Derby then plays the ball out to Gibbs White, finds Vinicius Junior on the left-hand side, cuts in. He's got Vignato inside of him. All the way back to Sessegnon, out to Vela where Diongo would normally have been. Is his delivery going to be good? It is, and Vignato scores on his debut. I think it's actually Vignato. We're going to call it Vig. Oh, I don't know. The pronunciation, is it Vignato? Is it silent G? I would think it's a silent G, but I'm not entirely sure. Vela then on his debut with the assist, crosses to the back post. Vignato, just a nice little tap in. Easy goal, 1-0 the Wolves. We're looking good. 10 minutes gone then and not an awful lot going on. We expected there to be more highlights. We're dominating the game. Everton haven't even had a shot on goal yet. And we go then. Svilar out to Scholl. Scholl plays the ball forward. Gibbs White's there. Coming a little bit deeper than I would expect him to at the minute. Plays it out to Vinicius Junior. To Vela. Crosses it in the centre and Madueke's header is just over the bar. And Everton then start things off with a goal kick. The ball is out wide. It's terrible. Vela does intercept. Derby then to Vinicius Junior. Vela's super available on that left-hand side. Nobody saw him. Vignato back to Gibbs White. Out to Cuesta. Cuesta gets the cross in. Madueke can't get there. Vignato heads it down. Madueke is there. Proper poacher's effort. Very, very good awareness there by Emmanuel Vignato as well to see that Madueke is one onside and two, he's in a good position. The ball gets bounced back out, look, plays it just in for him. And simple finish, excellent goal. We'll take that 2-0, 20 minutes on the clock. Everton look like they are crumbling. Cuesta then on the right hand side. It's got Vignato just inside, but he actually gives it to Gravenberch. Oh my God, Morgan Gibbs White. The pass back there, Gibbs White smashes it from distance. It just hits the bar. Gibbs White, then corner comes in, absolutely piss poor. We'll move on from that one. Half an hour gone then, 11 shots on goal. We've only had 3 shots on target, which is absolutely shocking. So Everton then start to, well, they're trying here to get something going. They're playing out from the back. Can they get forward? We've had them pinned down in their half for long periods. Cubelos plays it through. Azero's there, but Scholl cuts across. plays it back to Svila, and that's really well defended. Cuesta then plays it out to Vignato. Vignato launches the ball forward. He does find Maduke. Maduke goes for goal, and Vigilo there gets a great hand to the ball. Really poor. We're going to have to go back to our corner routines, I think, because the corners lately have been absolutely appalling. We're going to drop a bit of praise on the boys just before half time. Let them know we are actually happy with how things are going so far. Dream start to the season, really, when two of your new debutants have one scored and got an assist, and the other one has got an assist. So, can he grumble at all? Here we go again, and on the right hand side, Sissenjager gets the cross in. Poor cross. Werner is the man who brings the ball forward. If he scores against us today, I'm going to screw. Because he couldn't score for us at all last season. I think he got 6 goals in all appearances. Cuesta then plays it back to Svila. A little bit dangerous playing here at the back. Cuesta does launch it. Vignato takes it down superbly, and that deserved a goal. Shots just wide. Half time's coming up. 2-0 is the score. We are looking fantastic. We do need to be a little bit more clinical. I think that as the team kind of gets used to each other again, that will improve. So I'm not too worried. I am really excited about this season. If you're excited about the season, let me know in the comments down below. Tell me who you thought our best transfer in was. Would you have got rid of the 2 players who I did get rid of? Where do you think we're going to end up in the season, guys? Where do you think we're going to finish? I'm very confident of Champions League football next season. I really am. Gibbs White then. Come on, Morgan, get a good ball in. It does. Vaila's there, and it's just over the bar. I thought it was a save at first, but it wasn't actually tipped over. We're going to have to bring Vinicius Jr. off shortly. I don't want him to get injured again. He was out for 6 weeks in pre-season. As Timo Werner charges forward, left-footed strike. No, decides to take it on his right, and that was really poor decision-making, which is one of the reasons why we sold you. So we are going to make a couple of changes. We've got players who are tiring out very quickly here. Vinicius Jr. we're not going to risk. So in comes Sadio Mane. Who else was it who was tired? Vignato's tiring out. Wait, did I really not put the 7th sub on the bench, which was supposed to be Lopez? Oh no. Pardon me. Apologies today, guys. I really can't help the tickle in my throat. This is not good, though. This is not good. Could potentially put Barry out there. Do I leave Vignato there for 10 minutes? I don't think so. I don't want to risk him getting injured. It's a new signing to the club. We'll play Barry as an inside winger there. And that messes everything up because I was going to bring Barry on for Gibbs White there. For now, we'll leave it, folks. We'll leave it just at those 2. Got 25 minutes to go. Let's see how we get on. Werner again, he has got a fire lit in his belly today. He's trying to get things going for Everton, but unfortunately the rest of the squad just not adhering to what he's doing. As we play it out wide, Maduke is the man who gets it out wide. Still there, Vela again on the left. Mane then plays it inside to Gravenberch. Sessenjager, Ryan Gravenberch again. I thought he was going to smack that. Then he scored a couple of really nice goals in pre-season. I expected that to be going towards the top bin. So it's played out wide to Cuesta. Maduke is there. Can't get onto it. Gibbs White plays it back out wide to Cuesta. Get the cross in, please. Sessenjager. Soft goal, really, from Everton's point of view. It's just played out to Sessenjager on the edge of the area. So, softly side foots it in. Keeper's got no chance. It does come through a crowd of players, really. There we go. I mean, it's unmarked completely. The keeper's vision blocked by all his own defenders. And Sessenjager gets a nice goal from the edge of the area. That'll do for us as it's 3-0 to the Wolves. We have looked fantastic during this game. We definitely do need to be more clinical. We have to find that ruthless edge because if we can put teams away early on, that would be great for us. We don't want any silliness here. We would love to keep a clean sheet today. Gibbs White launches it forward. Maduke comes forward. Ryan Gravenberch and sends it out wide for Louis Barry. Goes past his man. Is he going to cut inside? Goes past 2. And then the final effort is absolutely appalling. Come on, boys. 75 minutes on the clock gone then. Sessegnon with a great interception. The ball for Madueke was beautiful. The shot was absolutely poor. That's where we've got to find that cutting edge. I mean, that was a gifted goal there, a great interception. Cuesta's just scored our fourth, by the way, but I just want to continue on what I'm saying. That that move there, Sessegnon made a great interception, beautiful through ball. Madueke one-on-one with the keeper. He must do better if we want to get to where we want to go to. It makes sense, doesn't it? If we want the European football that we're after, we want Champions League football, we have to be more cutting. And Cuesta there with a really nice, well-placed goal. We have played fantastic today. We'll drop a bit of praise on the boys just before everything finishes off. And there are going to be some very, very happy Wolverhampton fans here today. 27,000 of them. We need to get more into the grounds. We need to start selling more season tickets. A great start to the season, though. And we are going to tell the boys exactly that passionately. I'm very happy with the result and the way you played. We're just going to move forward one little bit, 4-0. That takes us after one game then to the top of the Premier League. Obviously, we're not going to be reading too much into that. It's only one played. Video's gone on for a little bit this afternoon, guys. I do appreciate you watching. I know there's a lot of information to take in, but this summer has been an absolutely crazy one. If we go back into the transfer history, then just there, it does obviously confirm Sadio Mane brought in on a free transfer, again, just for a little bit of depth. And in attacking midfield, I think this is absolutely superb. He's very much gone physically, Kevin De Bruyne. Really, really has. But mentally and also in terms of his actual technicals, still there. So I think as an impact substitute late on in the game from 70 to 90 minutes, he could really, really cause problems for teams. And we're in Europe, so we're going to need that kind of experience in the squad. We've got a very, very young squad overall. So we're hoping that we're making moves and going forward. Thank you very much for the support. Do appreciate it. Please take care of yourselves. We will be back on Friday. That's all for now, boys and girls.